Assalamualaikum to Sir Mazran. My name is Zuraika Zafira binti Muhammad Noor. My matric number B0921100502. I'm from BMMP 11. I would like to present my part, which is welding. Introduction. Welding is a fabrication process that joins material. This is often done by melting the workpiece and adding a filter material to form a pool of molten material that cool to become a strong joint. Next, history of welding. When was welding invented? The first example of welding found by archaeologists date back to 3000 before Christ. The ancient process of welding typically involved simply hammering two pieces of metal together under heat until they join. Technically speaking, conventional welding as we know it today was invented in 1836 when English chemist Edmund Davy discovered acetylene gas. Next, who invented welding? During the Iron Age, Egyptians first learned how to weld pieces of iron together. Archaeological evidence of early Egyptian welding date back to 3000 before Christ. In 1881, Russian inventor Nikolai Bernados introduced carbon arc welding, which was the first practical arc welding method its time. Next, where was welding invented? Different types of welding can be traced back to many locations over thousands of years. Archaeologists found the oldest example of welding in Egypt and the Eastern Mediterranean. Significant advancement in modern welding can be traced to Russia and England. Type of welding and where it has been applied. First, arc welding. Arc welding is best used on heavy metal of size 4 mm and above, and it is used in repairing heavy equipment, steel erection, and pipeline welding as well as in the manufacturing and construction industry. MIG welding. MIG welding works well with a variety of alloy like stainless steel, aluminium, silicon, bronze, magnesium, copper, and nickel. It is used in automotive repair, construction, plumbing, robotic fabrication, and maritime repair. TIG welding. TIG welding is best used in aerospace welding, vehicle, motorcycle, and bike manufacturing, tubing, and in-hand precision weld. There are 3 welding companies I have listed, which are Power Weld Sdn Bhd, Bengkel Welding Melaka, and Wong Welding World. Welding has been selected because many part of the construction and maintenance process, so welders are always needed. Attain a worthwhile salary, work in varied industry, and long-term career.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Inshira binti Ismail, matric number B0921100015. Now I will talk about fabrication process. Fabrication process is a process that creating something from semi-finished or raw material rather than from ready-made component. So fabrication is about a built-in product for use by manufacturer and consumer. As you can see below, there is a few pictures of equipment that we as a student use in our laboratory practice. And I believe that among these equipment are also used in some other manufacturing companies out there. So there is 6 most common method of fabrication process, which is cutting, punching, stamping, welding, bending, and also shearing. This process may have different way of working, but the purpose is one, which is to turn raw material into item that can be used in construction, home, and assembly line. So in which industry fabrication is applied? Actually, fabrication began to develop as an industry since year 1400 when Leonardo da Vinci invented the first rolling mill used later to standardize the raw gold sheet into currency, which is coin. And nowadays, fabrication is applied in manufacturing industry, hardware and hand tool industry, and also other industry and application like energy sector, forging and stamping. So as you can see right there, the first picture is a CNC punching machine that fabricate hole in a sheet metal. So the product can either be piece of metal with hole for fastening purpose or sheet metal piece called the blanking. The second picture are one of industrial stamping machine, and this is able to form shape, letter or image in a metal panel. And they also can perform a series of operations including blanking and metal coining.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Muhammad Azam bin Cik Ahmad. I'm U10 student, studied in manufacturing engineering technology, and today I'm going to present about conventional milling machine. Milling machine have been around for significantly less time than the lathe, but they're still more than 200 years old. Records show that early models were around from 1814 onward. Though it's hard to trace them back and to any specific name or business. There are so many types of milling machine, which is vertical, horizontal, duplex, CNC, turret, bed type, column, and rotary table. Okay, this one is a horizontal milling machine. And this is created part has been manufactured by horizontal milling machine. This one is a 7-speed dual clutch gearbox, and here is the gear for industry use. This one is a vertical milling machine, and this is a product that has been created from vertical milling machine. Okay, so the advantage of a milling machine is no backlash, suitable for casting or hot rolled steel, lower milling force, and disadvantage of milling machine is length of chip is longer than down milling. Force tends to lift the workpiece from the table, needs good featuring, lower cutter life, rough surface or machine mark.
Hi, my name is Nasha Nurunisa Abdulani, and I'm going to continue this presentation, the manufacturing practice, which is lathe. Lathe is a tool that rotates the workpiece on its axis to perform a various operation such as cutting, sanding, drilling, or facing turning with tools that apply to the workpiece to create an object with symmetry about an axis of rotation. Lathe are used in wood turning, metal working, metal spinning, and glass working. Lathe also can be used to shape pottery. Turning basic principle. Turning is a process of producing parts that are basically round in shape. Turning can be performed on both external and internal surface to produce an axially symmetric contour part. A workpiece is rotated about its axis. A single point cutting tools are fit into it, sharing away unwanted materials and creating a desired part. The carriage travels along the machine bedway parallel to the workpiece axis. The spindle is mounted in the lathe headstock. Directly across from the headstock on the lathe is tailstock. Tailstock can hold the work by either a lift or dead center. Lathe applied in industry. If a manufacturing process need to cut a significant amount of material of a workpiece, it may use a lathe. Cutting is a machining process that involves the separation of materials from a workpiece, typically using a sharp cutting tools. In addition to cutting, lathes can also drill holes into workpiece. For drilling, the lathe is equipped with a special drill bit. Example of objects that be produced in industry using a lathe include screw, candlestick, table legs, bowl, baseball bats, and crankshaft. That's all from us. Thank you.